So welcome back to our channel, that is AI next generation. So this particular video belongs to the Python list. So already we have seen in the previous video about the operators in the Python, strings in the Python. In this particular video we will more to go to the depth of the Python list. Okay, so I before starting this video, I hope you have gone through the previous video, and even this is my website from where you can just read that's related to the Python or whether it's related to the AI/ML. So already I have just developed the application, whether machine learning, deep learning, data analytics, data visualizing, all thing you can just find in my website, that is AI-NewGeneration.com. Okay, yeah. So before starting, what is list? You have this is the really important data type. So before starting, what is the list in the Python? Okay, so list is basically which store the sequence of the various types of data. Okay, so it can be float data type, it can be integer data type, it can be a complex number data type, it can be anything. Okay, so you are just creating a list. Inside the list you can just write as many as data type you can. Okay, and the second point is that list is a mutable. So what is list is a mutable? This is the really most important point about the list. Okay, is mutable. So what do you mean by mutable? Already we have just seen in the string part that whenever you are just writing the string, inside the substring you can't change that thing. Okay, the substring you can't substitute with the another string, that is the they are string are the immutable, we have already have discussed. So list are mutable means once you create the list, okay, you can add the inside the value inside the list, you can remove the value inside the list. Okay, you can do as many as thing with the help of the list. Okay, so that's why it's really most famous data type, you can just say that is a list. Okay, so before what you can just you just create a one simple list. Okay, I'm just creating a list of a place. I can just write place and you can just write Delhi. Okay, I'm not going to write everything Delhi, and then after you are just writing something Kolkata. Okay, I'm just writing the random stuff. So I'm just writing something city name, that is Hyderabad, and the last I'm just writing, I can just write anything Mumbai. Okay, I'm just creating the four place, I'm just writing this four value inside the place. Okay, so now I'm just saying I'm just writing everything that is a basically a string. Even you can just write a integer value also, you can just write a float value also, I can just write this integer value also, I can just write full float value also, I can just write any data type. Okay, that's the power of the particular list. If you want to print this particular place, you will able to see you are getting the same Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Mumbai 1.3. Okay, so you can just write any data type. It can be a string, it can be integer, it can be a float. Okay, it's up to you. So now we will just more before just going to the more depth, we'll start about the comparison of the Python. Okay, that is a list. Okay, so already we have just created the list. So the next thing about the list is that, so whenever even you want to see this class, which class is belong to, you can just do with the help of type. Okay, you can just write type and you can just see. So it will say its class is basically a list class. Okay, so you can just see before going to the more about the list, first of all I will just explain you about the characteristic of the list. Okay, so what they have the various type of characteristic of this particular list. Okay, so list, whenever you're just creating a list, okay, you can access any value like Delhi, you can access Kolkata, you can access Hyderabad, you can access Mumbai with the help of indexing. Okay, so you already we have just seen this thing in the string also. So if I will say about the indexing, I want only the Delhi value, so Delhi is in the zero position. Index always start with the zero position. Okay, if you're writing place and then after you are just writing zero, then you will get only the Delhi. Okay, so that's all, because at the zero, Delhi is in zero position, Kolkata is in one position, Hyderabad is in three position, and Mumbai is a fourth position. Okay, so because the index start with the zero. Okay, so what will be the last one? The n minus one. Okay, and this was even if you are just wanting the particular, if you want the last one, that is a Mumbai, then you can just write that is a 3, that is in the third position. Okay, 0 1 2 3. Why you are just counting 1 2 3 4, but don't be confused with the indexing always start with the zeros. Okay, so even you can just go, if you want to write the minus one, that is the backs indexing, you can just do, then you can just write minus one. Okay, so minus one means Mumbai will be print. Okay, backslashing means I will just explain you, don't worry about this. So what I was explaining about this, 0 is in the Delhi is in zero position, and Kolkata is in 1 position, Hyderabad in 2 position, and Bombay is in the 3rd position. Okay, this is how you are just writing for this particular normal. Okay, the what you are just writing for this, no need to write this point. Okay, and then after that, if you are going for the back slicing, okay, back slicing means you are just writing from the opposite, you are just doing indexing from the right direction. You are just here, you can just do indexing from the left direction, means the how we are just going to write everything in the left way. Okay, like 0 1 2 3, but you want to do indexing from the right side. Okay, so for that, what you are going to write, this one, the Bombay will be in the start in the backslash, it start with the -1. Okay, so Bombay will be in the -1 position, because doing the backslashing you will be start with the zeros. Okay, so you will start with the -1, and doing the this particular forwards indexing, you will start with this particular 0. Okay, so whenever you will do the back indexing, you are just writing -1, here you are just writing -2, and here you are just writing something -3, and here you are just writing -4. Okay, so don't be confused with this, it's up to you which way you are just processing. Okay, but whenever you don't know how many total value inside the list, you want to access only the last value, that's it, then you can directly write -1, that's it. Okay, so that is what, that through this indexing you can access the value inside the particular list. Okay, so also you can do the slicing. We have done with the indexing one. Indexing is really easy, you can just do this whole thing, indexing, and now we will perform the slicing one. Okay, slicing is different, what you are just, you want 2 or 3 value at a time. Okay, so slicing, what you are just writing here, if I will just say I want Delhi and Kolkata both, then what you have to write here, you have to write, start slicing from the 0 and up to, what you have to write, like it's already I've explained this thing same as it is for the string also. Again, I'm explaining this one, like you have to write in this way. First of all, you will say start from where you want to start, from where you want to stop. You can just write this way, where you want to stop, and then after what step you want to take. Okay, so by default the step is equal to 1. Okay, so you want step is equal to, we will discuss more thing about the step whenever we will do the looping part. Okay, so you have to just say from where you want to start, means index position from where you want to start. I want to start Delhi is in 0 position, that's why you are writing 0, and the Kolkata is in 1 position, you have to write +1, because whenever you will write 1 here, okay, it will only print the Delhi, because it is it's excluding the last one. Okay, so this one, the stop one, what stop you are just writing, it will just run up to n-1 only. Okay, so you have to write here stop +1. Okay, if you want Delhi and Kolkata both, then 0 and 1, it will just give you the, means it will give you for the Delhi, and it will give you for the particular what we can just say, I think I have dropped with the network, I can just connect, don't worry for that. Okay, so yeah, so I was just saying about the let's run this one again, hope so it will just connecting. Let's connect. Yeah, I was explaining about the this particular range. Okay, so range is start, stop, step. Okay, so start is clear from where you want to start, the position you have to give, and stop you have to give +1. Okay, so if you want to stop at position Kolkata, then you have to just give the index of Hyderabad also, that is the 2, so that it will just print you 0 and 1, it will just exclude the last stop one. Okay, so that is really easy, I think it's clear to you. That is the way of slicing. If you want particular Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad, all 3, then you have to just write here 3. Okay, okay, so and if you want this Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad, and if you want all, then you can just don't write anything, just print this one. Okay, if you are just writing only column, means you are just starting and stopping, you are just printing all the value inside the list. Okay, this is where you are just doing the slicing one. Okay, so I think it's clear to you. And also I will just give you, because indexing and slicing is really easy, we will discuss in every data type. Even I will just discuss this thing in the tuples, I can just discuss this thing in the list, and I will also discuss this thing in this particular, what you are just saying, in the particular dictionary also, and we already have discussed this thing, indexing and slicing, in the strings also. Okay, so this was the first characteristic of the list. Already you know about the particular, because the list, the first characteristic I will just say you about the list is they follow the order. What do you mean by order? Means whenever you are just creating a list, okay, I'm just creating a random 1 comma 2 comma 3, I'm just writing 3 value. Okay, and the next list you are just creating 1 comma 3 comma 2. Okay, so value inside the both the list is same, all the value is 1 2 3, in the V also 1 3 2. Okay, the value is same, but the position is interchanged. So whenever you are just interchanging the position of the list, okay, so if you want to say that whether the A equal to B, means you are just comparing whether your list A is equal to list B, then it will return you the false, because they follow the order way. Okay, so what order you are just writing for the particular A, you have to follow the same order for this particular B. Okay, so it has written as a false because the position you have interchanged, this is not condition in the list. Okay, the position matter for the list. Okay, and again if you're writing here in the same 1 2 3, now it will say you true because the position of the word 1 2 2 3 3 is same. Okay, so and the second characteristic of the list, already we have just say properties of the list, already we have just seen about they are the mutable data type. Okay, so we will discuss how we can just add the data in the list, we can just remove the data in the list. Okay, and they can, if the element, they can also access through the indexing and slashing. These properties already we have just seen about the list. Okay, so now we will move to the more about the list. Okay, before going to the this, so first of all what I'm just writing here, if you want to add something inside the list, okay, already we have the, I don't want to substitute this thing, already you have the place. Okay, you can just print the place. Okay, first of all see what place we have. So you have Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad and Mumbai. Okay, so now I want to add one more city. Okay, I can just add any city that's belongs to which city. I can just add Pune. Okay, if you want to add a Pune, so what you can just do, what you can just write here place dot append. Okay, so what append function in the list is that it is adding in the last of the list value inside this particular list. Okay, so this is a list, already you have defined this one, but you want to add one more value inside the list. So with the help of append function, you will able to append that particular value last of the list. Okay, it will just add the last value of the list. Okay, so if you are adding Pune, if you are adding Pune, so Pune will add in this particular list, place list, after the Mumbai. Okay, so it will just add after the Mumbai, means last of the list. So you can just see whenever you will run, and if you just again you are just writing place, so you will able to see the Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and you are just adding extra, that is a Pune. So Pune is added at the last position of the particular list. Okay, that's it, really clear. But with the help of append, you can just add only one value. If you want to add two value at a time, it will just display you error. But you can add a list inside that. You want to add a list of this particular city, then you can just create one more list and you can just add this with the help of append function. Okay, so if you are trying to add any xyz, it will just display you error because you can't pass more than one argument in this particular append. Okay, so why? Because you already have been defined this one. Okay, you already have been defined this particular, you can just say I have just run this particular loop 2 times, that's why it has been added Pune and Pune. Okay, so again this I think is clear to you what the append is doing. It is add, you can add any particular value, it can be any data type, whether it is string or integer or whether it is a float, you can add, and this particular with the help of append, it will just add you in the last position of the list. Okay, and now if you want to remove Pune, okay, so you have two Pune, then how you can just remove this thing? Again you can just use this concept, but I will say you later on about the pop also. Okay, so if you want to remove this particular Pune, okay, so now you can just see, now you can just see about the place and just run. Okay, so you can see already the Pune has been removed, the one Pune. Again you want to remove something another, you can just use with the help of remove function. Okay, so remove function in the particular list is able to remove any value inside the list. Append function is able to add any value inside the list. Okay, so that is really clear to you. I don't think so you have doubt in this particular. But if you want to add any value at that certain position, because with the help of append you are adding the particular Pune in the last index of the list, means last in the list, or you are just adding, okay, last position of that particular place list. But whenever you want to add any particular value before Delhi, you have to add. Okay, so how you can do this thing? Okay, so with the help of insert function you are able to do. Okay, let's see. You are just writing insert, and here insert you have to pass this particular two value. Okay, so the two argument you have to pass, the value I'm speaking, you have to pass two argument. The first argument you have to give which index you want to append, okay, which position you want to append, and then after the second argument you have to pass what the value you want to append in that particular position. Okay, if I'm just saying I want to add at 0 position, I want to add some city, again you can just keep the any city name. Okay, if I am just I want to add any city, so yeah, which city I can just add any more I know I can just add any Patna city. Okay, I can just add Patna, so it's also it's from Bihar. So what you are just writing here, place dot insert Patna. Okay, so that Patna will be append in the first position. Now you are able to, whenever you will see, and again you will just run this place, so it has been added at the first position. Why? Because you are just saying with the help of insert function you are able to see it will take two argument. Okay, the first argument, it will take you the position, in which position you want to insert the value, and then value particular you have to define for that. Okay, so it's clear to you what the with the help of insert we are able to do many things. Now what we are just doing what you are just doing, if you want to add any value, if you want to add any, if you are just creating any tool list. Okay, suppose you are just creating any tool list, and from this particular tool list you want to concatenate the tool list. Okay, suppose you have just, I'll just take again example of the a comma b. Okay, so not an a, I'm just writing something random, Python easy, I'm just writing random. Okay, and if you are just writing Java hard. Okay, you are just writing this thing, but you want to add this to list, then what you can just do with the help of particular, what you can just do, extend. Okay, extend this particular, you are able to do this thing if you are just writing extend b. So what you will see this, let's see what will be the answer, and let's run this position, and then after you have to just print this particular a, you are just extending in the a particular. Okay, so what do you mean by this? Okay, so you are just concatenating two lists, means you have the a, inside a you are just passing, you have the value of Python and you have the value of the easy. Okay, these two value you already have, but you want to append the Java and hard also. Okay, means you want to add these two values, Java and hard, you can do with the append, but you have to iterate it two times, because with the help of append you can add only one value at a time. Okay, so what you have to do with the help of extend, it is extend is basically iterating. Okay, so it will iterate through the Java first, it will iterate to the b list particular, it will iterate, it will take the first value Java and it will append to the a list. Okay, then again it will take the value as a hard and it will append to the is this particular a list. Okay, so you are able to see Python easy, Java and hard you are just getting. Okay, so it is like it extend is a iterable, you can just say it is iterating through every value and it is appending in this particular which list you are appending. Okay, clear to you? That was a really easy. And even if you have the some sort function we are just going to take, like what is the length of the list, I think it's really easy. If you want to find the length of the place, you can just do this way. Okay, so total length of the place is just 6, you can just write here, you can just say you have total 6 value, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and then after if you want to sort any value, so with the help of sort also you can just do, so you can just write here sort, and if you are just running this one, so it will sort in the particular ascending order. Like if you can just see, like the first one will be the Delhi, I think Delhi, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, Patna and Pune. Okay, and if you are just writing sort and reverse equal to true, okay, you are just writing reverse equal to true. Okay, you can do this thing also, otherwise you can just do, let's see if it is running or not. Okay, so reverse also means you are just doing in the descending order, but this is the on the basic of character you are just writing, a is first come, b come, then after that if you are going for the any numerical operation, so it will be like more clear to you. I'm just writing any random. Okay, I'm just writing any random value, 1972 65. Okay, now you want to sort this thing. Okay, this you want to sort, you can just write a dot sort, that's it. Okay, it will sort in the ascending order. Okay, so even you can just print this thing every time, just have to write. Okay, you can print this thing and you will be able to see wow, it's not printing anything good. Okay, let's sort this thing, and then after that just see a. Okay, so it is sort in the ascending order. Okay, 3 7 8 9 10 19 65 and 72. And if you want to sort in the descending order, then you have to just write reverse equal to true, that's it. Okay, fine. And now you will able to see 72 will come first and then 65 and followed by 19 10 9 8 7 3. Okay, so this was the I think it's really easy. I don't think so you will have doubt in this part also. And there is also some basic things that if there you want to just write like print, I'm just writing you print whether the like Pune is in this particular list or not. It will say in the true or false. That's it. Okay, this is the basic. Even I have to explain this one, don't worry. So Pune is in this particular place, and if I'm just writing as, so it will just return you false. Okay, so you can just do this operation also. So they are the really part of this particular list. So with the help of list you are able to we have done many things that's related to the list. We have do indexing, slicing, we have explained about the mutable, we have done the append, we have done the remove, we have done the insert, we have done the extend. Okay, so you have done the many things in this, and even we have find the length of the list particular. And even there are also many pre-built method in this particular a. If you want to find the maximum value, just write here max of a, that's it. Okay, if you are just writing max of a, so it will just give the 74, and if you are just writing min of a, it will give you particular, I think 3. Yeah. So you are able to do this all things. So this was all about the list. I think it's really clear to you. So in the next video we will go for the tuples in this particular Python. So if you like this particular video, please subscribe our channel. Thank you.